Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to their Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. And this video is another Nuketown gameplay, and that's because when the Nuketown playlist was there, I was absolutely popping off, and I got some good gameplays here to showcase what I want to talk about. And today I want to talk about the Saug 9mm because I've experienced or experimented and experienced a little bit with this class setup, with trying different things out like the grip or with stock, without stock. And a little bit ago on my class setup, I gave a setup with grip, quick draw, and fast mags, I believe it was, but I've changed my mind a little bit on that setup. And of course, you know, throughout the times I always evolve and try to test out different things to get statistically the best class setup depending on the current meta. And I've done a little research on this weapon, and I've made two class setups that I want every single person watching this video to give a try to and let me know what they think about them, because I really do think these are two of, if not the best, some of the best SMG class setups, because I think most people do agree, the professional players certainly do, that the Saug 9mm is still the best SMG in the game at this point. I think most people do agree with that, just based on the fire rate, the damage, and all the utility around it. If you guys could drop a like on this video, I would very, very much appreciate that. Let's go for 1,500 likes. That would be absolutely incredible. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed on that road to a million subscribers, and also click the notification bell so you guys will be notified whenever I upload my next banger best class setup or, you know, video that you guys want to see. So I'd very much appreciate that, and let's get right into this. So first of all, this weapon, yeah, we don't really need to do much talking about the weapon, at least at the start here, because we all know this weapon. The game's been out for a couple of months. It's an insanely good gun, right? And the strength of this weapon is that it has over a 900 RPM, but it also is a controllable weapon even without the grip on it. Now, the class up that I was using in this gameplay, I'm going to talk about two different class ups in this video, and why this weapon is not only so good. It's not only the raw statistics around this weapon that are so good, it's the fact that for some reason, you know, whenever Activision and Treyarch are making the game, especially in this game, they made it so that different attachments, for example, quick draw might interact differently with this weapon than it does with this one. Same with fast mags, same with grips or different things like that, although grips are more of the recoil pattern, so we can't see the exact statistical differences. And even stocks and things like that, how the gung-ho sprint out time works. The weapon in this game, and not just the weapons in this game, but how they interact with other things in the environment or in the setup is very, very unique. And one thing about the Saug 9mm, when I wanted to use this weapon a little more and go more in depth on it, because of the fact that also this gameplay here is one where I joined late and I started off pretty bad. I think it was like 7-5, so not terrible, but not an explosive start, using the Rampart. So I was like, you know what? Screw the Rampart, which has a slow strafe speed. I'm going to go to something quick and fast and in their face. And that's why I went to the Saug 9mm. So basically what I'm saying about attachments is they all work really, really well with this one. Fast mags works incredibly well. It works great on almost every gun, but it basically turns the reload time from the research that I've done, the statistics that I found online, from 1.32 for the full-on reload to around a 0.68, which is super duper good compared to the fast mags ratios on other weapons. Also with this, you could even go deeper into that and get a double fast mags, which of course would be even better than that, or fast mags 2 it's called. However, the problem is you just don't have that much space because there's so many other good attachments. The other thing I want to talk about is quick draw. The way quick draw works on this weapon is absolutely crazy. It works, it gets it down from about a 220 millisecond ADS speed to around a 130 or something like that. Basically, you know, from a 0.22 to a 0.13, which is really, really crazy when it comes down to quick draw, because on assault rifles and even on SMGs, how quick draw affects the weapon, it's not as effective as it is on this weapon. And that's not the only thing. Stock also is available on this SMG, and we all know how stock works. So when we're breaking it down and it comes down to those things, you can probably tell my class setup and which attachments I run just based on that little statistical analysis I did. We'll show the first class setup. I'm going to talk about two of them, like I said, but the first class setup right here, which is a very, very nice class setup, and this is the one that I was using in this game. Now, the awesome things about this class setup is you can see the three attachments are the three attachments that are deadly with this weapon: fast mags, quick draw, and stock. And there's different reasons why, like I run long barrel on a cordite, but I won't run long barrel on a different weapon. It's all due to ratios, and you know, Call of Duty can be a lot more complicated game if you break down what's actually best for the setup. So that's what we have as far as that. Now, this first setup here, you can see I slapped on the ELO sight, I slapped on the ComSec device, which ComSec device is pretty self-explanatory at this point. I've been having some good games on Nuketown lately. Did I finish talking about the score? How it was 7-5. That was like my score with the Rampart. I switched over, and then my final score I think is like 86 6 to 8. I don't know, something like that. You'll see it at the end, but it's a really, really nice score in only like 7 minutes or so because of the fact that, you know, I wasted the first couple minutes of this game by messing around with that. And also, I don't think this game lasted too long because it was a hard point, and hard point's a little bit different than domination for the fact that if you have a guy that just wants to sit in the hard point the whole time, the game will end a lot quicker. But yes, you can see the class up ComSec device to get the streaks. Shout out to Drone Squad. Amazing streak. And then Tac Mask, Gung Ho, Dead Silence, which are, you know, pretty standard. I'm not doing anything crazy here when it comes to the perks, right? But that's what I have as far as this one. And then I thought a little bit more about this. So I think this is the best class setup, one of the best class setups to rock with it as of right now. This is definitely a lot better than the one that I did going without stock. The grip on this gun can be helpful for maps that are a bit further away. However, if I'm being honest, I just don't use the weapon on those maps. So that's why I realized, you know, this is probably going to work better. I tested it out, and yeah, this is a better setup for sure than the one that I said last time. I really do like this one a lot better, at least at this moment. They're both really good setups and both, you know, best class ups near the top there in the game. But the other option here is that you could double down into an area that you like. And by this I mean double down into the fast mags, or double down into the stock, or even double down by getting the grip, because this weapon already doesn't have that much recoil. You know, it wouldn't be grip 2, but it'd be grip 1. But the main thing I would think would be getting stock 2, which is what a lot of people like to do with this weapon, for the fact that you basically increase that strafe speed a significant amount again. And the way stock 2 works on this weapon is it helps a little bit more than it does on other weapons as well. So I designed another setup here, and basically that's why I want to give you 2 custom class setups here. This one is basically taking off the elo sight and taking off that third perk. So this one, you're losing the elo and you're losing Dead Silence, which could be a major loss, but you're getting that stock too. So these are both the class setups. I recommend testing both of them out. I'm gonna get more play time in, and you might see me with the gameplay using it, you know, with an elo or without an elo in the future, because these are 2 setups that I think are really amazing, and it really comes down to personal preference and play style, because people that play in a game mode or a map or situations where they would need Dead Silence probably would hate to go for 4 attachments, but people that don't would love to win gunfights by strafing on people and, you know, not really jump shot or anything like that, but just strafing on the ground, would love a stock 2 setup. So it's all comes down to, you know, I can give some of the best setups in the games, but you guys have to test them out and what fits your play style the best. So those are 2 setups I would say as far as that. And really, the Saug 9mm is one of those guns that it's pretty much one of the only guns I would recommend going kind of all in with 4 attachments on, just because of how strong it is. And when it comes down to other weapons like this, the Cordite, and if you guys didn't see my Cordite video upload a couple days ago, this game plays a little bit of footage from that. I thought I'd tease a little bit and show it here. I guess a teaser, or some of you guys have probably already seen it. If you guys haven't, go check out that Cordite setup. But I want to use this extra few minutes here to talk about the Cordite and basically how that compares to the Saug 9mm, because I made a video comparing the Spitfire to the Cordite, and honestly, comparison videos, sometimes they're hit or miss. Sometimes people seem to love them. I think it all depends on the weapons that I'm comparing, and I don't know if you guys want to see more of those. If you guys do, because I've already compared a lot of the main guns, so I don't know if I've done all I can with it, but I think there's some other ways I can be creative with it, and I just gotta you know, get some of my ideas out and do it like that. But the Cordite here, while I'm showing this footage, is because I want to do a quick little comparison between the Cordite and the Saug 9mm, because the Saug 9mm is a great weapon, and I think we all agree is probably the best SMG, but the facts are that the Cordite is really awesome with the grip and long barrel setup, which I fully explained in the last video. But because of how this weapon works, the Cordite is kind of similar to the Saug 9mm. It probably has a little more recoil, and a lot less utility with the attachments and how they interact, but it also has 60 in the magazine instead of 36, and it also has long barrel available to it, so you can get more damage at range in certain situations. It all really depends on, you know, what the exact gunfight is going to be there, and which gun would actually outrange the other one. But really, when it comes down to it, yeah, the Cordite does have a much better range profiles with long barrel, I'm pretty sure, over the Saug 9mm. But the Saug 9mm, I think we could all agree, is still the best SMG, just for the facts of, you know, up close, you probably want the Spitfire. At super long range, you probably want the GKS. At mid to long range, you probably want the Cordite long barrel. But overall, when you're fighting with a mix of all of them, you probably want the Saug 9mm. Which, if you look at, for example, I'm going to make an analogy here, the best players in the NBA are the players that, like Durant. He can play defense, he can shoot 3, he can shoot mid-range, he can go to the hoop, he can dribble, you know, pretty good overall players. All these superstars, not all the superstars, but the majority of superstars, Kyrie, are players that can do pretty much at least everything, you know, at least some, you might say what you want about certain stars' defense, you know, that people point out, but as far as on the offensive end, usually they have a mixed variety of skill sets, and that's what I think the Saug 9mm really is. It is a superstar, and there's other things that are better at certain situations, but overall, I think it's the best SMG in this game, and I mean, the argument for overall, I don't really see it, but there could definitely be, like, statistically, but of course it comes down to personal preference. So if you use the Saug and you suck with it every game, yeah, don't use the Saug. It doesn't fit your playstyle, right? So anyway, enjoy the video. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, test out these setups if you guys do like the Saug and do like SMGs, which you probably do if you watch till the end of this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.